welcome back. Here at eSIM Studios, we do talk quite a bit about security, how to secure your device. I just mentioned the other day, apologize while I'm driving. The other day, the SIM swap hack that you need to be aware about. We have gotten some really good feedback on that video. It is quite dangerous and surprising of what some of these bad guys can do. But getting back to security, I did have a comment and or a question in the comment section in regards to like a secure boot or a secure lock, specifically a secure startup that Samsung used to have on their devices. Now, I remembered that term, secure startup. It rang a bell, and then I started looking into it, and I was like, oh yeah, they did do that. So what Samsung did, now this is not only on Samsung devices, but all Android devices. Now, I'm sure iPhone has a similar feature, but this is specifically for Android devices, including Samsung. What Android implemented in the Android code, in the Android operating system, is Samsung got rid of secure startup. Now, what Android did was they encompassed all of the manufacturers to include this in the settings. Now, they didn't necessarily get rid of it, but what they did is Android implemented, like I said, this on all Android devices. So what secure startup was is whenever you restarted your device, it would require you to input a password and or a PIN code after you restarted your device. So when the device powers off for a split second and then it powers back on, the very first thing that would pop up on your screen is a prompt for you to put a password in. And you cannot access the operating system without putting that specific password in. Now, they basically just gave it a new name. What Android does now, this is all the data on all of the devices, I think dating back to maybe 5 or 6 years ago, are all encrypted now. So the data on your device is encrypted, and when you type in that password to get into your phone, it decrypts the information or uncrypts it, however you want to say it. But you know what I mean. So, make a long story short, it is still there, and let me tell you how to get there. I did take notes real quick, just so I knew I was going to be driving and my mind's going to be on the road while I'm talking, so I didn't want to forget anything. So check this out. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to set this pin, this reboot pin, this secure startup to basically get into the operating system. And I have another app for you that I recommend that you download and go through the setup process. It's an app. The producer of the app is Google, and it's available on all Android phones. Doesn't matter if you have a Samsung, if you have a Pixel, if you have a Motorola, Nokia, it does not matter. Now, to set this lock screen up, to set this secure startup, what you're going to do is go to your settings app. So open up your phone, go to your app drawer, and select the settings. And then from there, you're going to scroll down, and you'll see a section named security. So you're going to go to the settings app, then you're going to select security. From there, you select lock screen. So all of the lock screen settings, meaning when you first turn your screen on or when you reboot the phone, it'll go to your lock screen. So settings, security, lock screen. And then from there, you will see enable, it'll give you some options. You'll have enable password, a PIN, and or a pattern. And then from there, you'll set that pattern, meaning it'll have the 9 dots You can do a pattern. You can do a password, ABCD 1 2 3, or you can do a PIN 1 2 3 4. So it'll give you those three options. Now, in those options, it'll also have, if you have a eligible device, it'll have a face unlock feature there. Now, face unlock is not eligible for secure startup. That is only available for when your phone is already on and you're already in your operating system. You basically raise your phone and it'll unlock your phone from scanning your face. However, that feature is not available on this secure startup. So secure startup hasn't really gone anywhere. They just gave it a new name, because what was happening in the past, probably, I think this changed about 4 or 5 years ago, is each manufacturer had their own little name for it. Like I said, Samsung had secure startup, and Motorola had something similar, and Nokia had something similar. But now Android encompasses this in their code now, so every Android device will have this feature, and your device will be encrypted. And when you type this code in after a reboot, it will decrypt it and give you access to your device. Now, another app I strongly suggest you download and set up is, I think it's on my Samsung I'm using. Let's see. It is Find. I think it's give me just 1 second. Okay, it's this app. I'm not sure. Hopefully you can read it. It's Google Find My Device. Now, as you can tell, Google is the manufacturer, producer of this, publisher of this application. It's available on every Android phone. What you can do, download this app. It links to your Google account that you're signed in on this device. So all you do is download it and you install it. And what you can do is, if your phone gets stolen, you can control it from here, assuming it's still connected to data, it's connected to Wi-Fi, and it will give you the location of your device. Now, if it's not connected to data or Wi-Fi, meaning it should be connected, all right? If you lose your phone or somebody steals it, you're still getting data. You can send, with this application, you can send your lost phone commands. So you can force reboot it, or you can force lock it down to where whoever stole your phone, whenever they pick it back up and look at it, you can lock your device remotely. So whoever stole your phone would be forced to put in that encrypted password just to get access to your device. So and it'll give you a map too. If you have GPS on, it'll not only locate it via GPS, it can also locate it through Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, meaning Android's actually going to implement. Find My iPhone is really, really good at that. Google is going to issue with this next Android 14 operating system that's going to come out in September. Excuse me, they're going to but they're going to add a feature to this app to where it'll be just like Apple's, because Apple's works with not only GPS, it can locate it not only through data, but Apple's is so good because it uses ultra wideband Bluetooth, very low powered Bluetooth signals. So it'll ping other iPhones all around you and it'll know that your device is here. Google doesn't have that feature yet, but give Google 2 or 3 months and they're going to implement that with the new Android 14. So this will be even more accurate with where your device is, and it'll show up on a map. Let's see here. I'm going to open this up. And it's probably not ready. See, it's going to ask me to set it up. I'm going to go ahead and type my password in here and I'll show you real quick. Okay. So it gives you a list of devices you're signed into. So here's all the ones that I'm signed into at the moment, right? I got my Pixel, I got the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, I got the S23 Ultra, and I got a couple of Android boxes down here. So I'm going to go to my Galaxy, no, let's not do that. Let's do S23 Ultra. I'm filming on my S23 Ultra, but I have my Pixel here, but I'm going to locate this device from this device. And see, it's telling you right exactly where I am. And in here, check this out. It'll tell you where your phone is on a map, right? And it'll also tell you the device it was last seen just now. It'll tell you when it was last seen or online. Gives you the battery, gives you the network it's on. You can play a sound. So if you can't find it in your house, or I left it in the park somewhere, you can hit play. Even if your phone is on silent, you can hit play sound and it'll blast loud because it knows you're trying to locate it. So even if your ringer is off, it'll blast the sound. You can secure the device in the middle, or it'll lock down your device. It'll still be on, but next time somebody turns the screen on, it'll ask for that master security code, security pin that we went through earlier in the video. And then the last option is get directions. So it'll basically, if you don't know, if you're in a city, if you're a tourist somewhere, like you go to San Francisco for the weekend and you leave it at a restaurant and you're like, damn, how do I get back to that place? You're going to get directions and it'll take you right to your phone. Now, like I said, in September, they're going to revamp this map. All these features will be here. They're just going to add to it and it'll look more robust. So this is a very, very important feature, very important app, that everybody needs to set up so you can locate your device. Again, even if your device is powered off, this is cool. Even if you're the phone, let's say you lose your phone in a restaurant in San Francisco. Let's say a bad guy has it and they turn it off. Well, it'll tell you the last place it was at and it'll give you directions on the map. But the cool thing is too, is it can't necessarily if you have a Samsung device, this is why I love Samsung, and I totally forgot about this. If you have a Samsung device, it can locate your phone even if it's off. I just set that feature up. I was going through my security settings. I had to change a couple of passwords about a month ago, and I saw that feature and I was like, what? It'll locate your device if it's off. Apparently the device is off, but they've implemented with these new CPUs, the new Snapdragon processors have gotten so good at power efficiency. It's off, but it's still on, if you know what I'm saying. Like a very, 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 very little minuscule amount of power to keep a locator on, basically, which is really cool because I have not seen that with any other device. And it's definitely not on the Pixel. It's not on anything else. It's only on the Samsung. Now, I don't know if it's specifically to the S23 Ultra. I just saw it on the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. I don't know if it's something that was just implemented in these last year or two, or if a 3 or 4 year old Samsung has it. I don't know. All I know is the new flagships have them and the tablet has them, the newer tablet. So if you're looking for that feature specifically, you may want to do a little Google searching, and I wish I would have before this video, but I just remembered it right now. But going back to this, if your device is off, minus the Samsung, because you can still find it if it's off, your device, as soon as it gets powered back on, let's say you have a Motorola, or a Pixel, as soon as it gets powered back on, it'll ping to that app, and then you'll be able to locate it. So with all other devices, even if it's off, and let's say you hit play sound and it's off, well, as soon as you turn it on, it's going to start pinging real loud, real loud. So you'll try to, it's just trying to help you to find it. So go through that app, I'll put a link for it in the description for the Google Play Store app. Just click it, it'll go to the Google Play Store with this app specifically. Find My Device by Google. Download that app. Set up your phone for security, and you will be secure, and hopefully we never have to worry about this in the future, knock on wood. But if you have any questions, write in the comment section. If you want some more clarity on something or a setting or an app or anything, just please let me know. That's what I'm here for. Again, I know a ton of information. However, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. So if I don't know something and I get asked about it, I'll definitely look into it for y'all and figure out what's going on for y'all. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.